Toyota was running out of ideas, so they decided to put it on an 4Runner TRD Pro. I get it, but in the same token, I don't, because it's not very functional. And to be honest with you, you can argue with me on this one, but when you look at it, it's an afterthought, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is the Vikings Garage. And in today's episode, I will explain to you guys the process that it took me to purchase my 4Runner, why I did what I did, and why I did it. You will understand why I decided to go with a TRD Off-Road Premium instead of a TRD Pro. This video is going to be a little tough to go through, because I want you guys to understand. So, any trim level of the 4Runner is okay with me. I don't want you guys to take it from this video that I personally have anything whatsoever against the TRD Pro. But you will understand why I ended up buying TRD Off-Road Premium. That word right there at the end is extremely crucial. So as far as TRD Pro goes, might as well just start with the positives. There is only one reason why I regret that I did not buy a TRD Pro. Because the TRD Pro in the configuration that I wanted, which is Army Green and manual engagement transfer case, would have been the dual climate control. Not a lot of YouTubers mention this, but if you want dual climate control with Army Green, TRD Pro is the only one that's got it. But guys, to pay $6,000 more just to get dual climate control, you know what? I actually got my wife involved on this one, and she agreed with me. You know what? Why don't we keep fighting over how cold or hot it is with the climate control? We're okay with it. Would have been nice? Probably. But you know what? You adapt. Still a great car. The first one, okay, I had the opportunity to experience it firsthand with my red truck, which, by the way, I miss already, was a TRD catback exhaust. Now, I'm not telling you guys that the TRD catback exhaust is a bad upgrade. It's not. But you guys have to understand that with my red 4Runner, I lived with it for at least 4.5 years with a regular exhaust before I put a TRD catback exhaust. So I knew what the car sounded like before, and I knew what it sounded like after. Why am I telling you this? The drowniness that it produces at about, I want to say, 2,000 to 2,500 RPM on the highway while you're doing between 65 to 70 miles an hour, which is what I do. For those that don't know, I spend about 2 hours a day on my 4Runner, and 50% of that commute, at least, is around those speeds, which is what the speed limit is around these parts. And you cannot ignore that sound. So, reason number one why I didn't buy the TRD Pro is because it does come with that exhaust system. TRD Off-Road Premium does not. Reason number 2 why I did not buy a TRD Pro is, and I hope this is not going to come as a shock to some of you, Fox Racing suspension. That's right. For those of you that don't know, I will leave links down below. There's plenty of documentation online for you to research on the 2019s and 2020 TRD Pros, obviously with the Fox Racing. There are very well documented cases of, there's noises. There's issue with noises for sure, especially under cold temperatures. And there is a fix for it, or I should say a bulletin for it. But you also got to understand that bulletin does expire after a certain time and after a certain mileage. So to me, to buy a TRD Pro, that was already going to be past those parameters. And I would know right off the bat that I would have to tackle the already expensive TRD Fox Racing suspension. Was a big no-no for me. And let's face it, guys, I am running a YouTube channel, so I think you guys know that I'm going to eventually upgrade the suspension. So why not buy something that I can actually grow from? See where I'm going with this? But the point why you're watching this video is because you're learning as well. So if you're on the market for a TRD Pro 2020 or 2019, please be aware, TRD Fox Racing front struts will be noisy unless they were addressed in the past. So please do a Carfax on it before you actually do commit to buying it. Reason number 3 why I did not buy a TRD Pro was the price. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it for you guys. It was the price, 100% the price. Yes, with today's market, I'm sure some of you know, it's ridiculous to say the very least. Some of these TRD Pros, especially the clean examples, were the same or just slightly under as they were brand new. And I don't know about you guys, but there is no way I am going to pay that. For a nice clean example of a TRD Pro 2020, as I'm sure you guys know that is what we're talking about here. So it's a 3-year-old car by now. The prices were about $5,000 to $6,000 more than what I paid for my 2022 TRD Off-Road Premium. Not to mention, some of these examples were with quote-unquote dirty Carfax. There had been some sort of claimed or registered hit of some sort or damage, and that was a big no-no for me. The car that I was buying had to be a clean Carfax 100%. Yes, I know. Some of these Carfaxes, sometimes there are things that are not reported to Carfax, but I did have an outside company check the car that I bought, and I know for sure it has never been hit. So to buy a car that was, from the get-go, 3 years old instead of 1, and that was going to cost me $6,000 more just because it was a TRD Pro, to me was a very obvious decision. No. Well, the fourth reason is very simple. As I just said to you guys, it was basically the age and the fact that it was already 3 years old, as I just mentioned, versus a 2022. I was by all means trying to buy the newest car as possible under the category and features that I wanted. So to me, TRD Pro in this case, I didn't buy it brand new. I was shopping for a car in 2023, so I was already too late for that. So to me, TRD Pro wasn't going to cut it. It was by all means a 2022 TRD Off-Road Premium. It had to be. Reason number 5 why I did not buy a TRD Pro is the wheels. Guys, as I'm sure you know, I work on a lot of these and I get them through the shop every so often. And again, I'm not attacking the TRD Pro owners. Please don't take this personal, because it's not personal. If anything, Toyota should be taking notes on this one. Those black wheels that come stock with those TRD Pros are, in my opinion, they're not that great, man. It's just, they get dirty and they don't look right. They never seem to be clean. Am I the only one alone on this? I don't like them. I don't like them. Yes, the design is cool and all, but the fact that they're clean, that they're black, I think kind of affects the overall deal. They're never ever clean. So to me, the wheels alone would have been a problem from the get-go. Yes, I know some people would probably say, geez, I mean, I like those wheels. Yeah, they're not terrible, but me personally, I know for a fact, if I bought a 2020 TRD Pro, that those black wheels would have to go, like ASAP. So that alone makes it another reason why I did not buy a TRD Pro. So the very last reason why I did not buy a TRD Pro is, and this might come to as a shocker to some, I've said it in previous videos that it was growing on me, but I gotta say, that roof rack it's an afterthought. You can put it which way you want, but that roof rack was initially released under an FJ Cruiser, and it is an afterthought. It's an afterthought that was placed on the TRD Pros. TRD Pros only. Do I like it? Yes. Do I like it completely? No, I don't. I'm going to tell you why. It's not functional, in my opinion. It doesn't belong in that car. The roof rack that's on my TRD Off-Road Premium belongs in that car. The blacked out scheme, sleek looking, small on the roof type of rack is what should come in these cars, period. I don't know what they were thinking when they put this rack in the TRD Pro model for the 4Runner. So for me, it's a big pass. I debated in my head, should I put an example why this rack doesn't work? How about this? You have to explain why it's cool. If there's anything in your car that you always have to explain why it's so cool, that's because it's probably not cool to begin with. That rack belongs in an FJ Cruiser. They should have left it at that. Toyota was running out of ideas, so they decided to put it on an 4Runner TRD Pro. I get it, but in the same token, I don't, because it's not very functional. And to be honest with you, you can argue with me on this one, but when you look at it, it's an afterthought, guys. That roof rack would have to go for me. So, there you have it. These are my reasons why I did not buy a TRD Pro, and I bought a TRD Off-Road. I'm almost tricking myself here with all these TRD sayings, but guys, TRD Pros are great. Don't take me wrong. But the way the market is, I feel like some of these dealerships are just getting ridiculous, because how can how could have I justified buying a TRD Pro at the prices that they were versus a car that is just as good, if not better, 2 years newer? That's the question I pose to you. Did I make the right decision? I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure I did. And last but not least, this is the only pro about having a TRD Pro. How clever that goes. Is the status, the badge. Was I really going to pay $6,000 more for having the badge. Oh, he's got a TRD Pro. Guys, come on. I don't need to have a badge to be cool. Yeah, they're cool cars. But at the end of the day, you got to make the decision that's right for you. The right car for me was not a TRD Pro. Was a TRD Off-Road with the premium package. Trust me. A lot of guys might not agree with me, but I'm telling you, it's just a badge, guys. It's just clearly just about the same car. Yeah, you got different suspension. 2020 TRD Pro. Come on, that suspension wasn't great to begin with. So what do you got left? A skid plate? You can buy that anywhere, really. You know, a badge, who cares? You got a 4Runner. That right there is a win. And I'll leave you guys with that, guys. I know it was a long video. I hope it was informative to some. If you are keen on buying a TRD Pro, what are your options? You know, a TRD Off-Road Premium might have just what you need out of this car. And you're not gonna spend as much money as you would with a TRD Pro. I get it. Ooh, he has a TRD Pro. Wow, watch out. He is so cool. Who cares, man? You bought a 4Runner. You are, in my eyes, a winner. And with that shocking conclusion, I'll leave you guys with this. Whatever you buy, if it is a 4Runner, trust me, you made the right decision. As always, guys, I want to appreciate you for watching. If you haven't done so, don't forget to smash that like button. As always, if you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. And I will catch you guys on the next one. And by the way, guys, before I do forget, there is absolutely no 4Runner here in this driveway. I will reveal in the next video why. This car has been dropped off at a facility for, I don't want to call it a modification. It's more of an investment. And it is an investment that everybody should do to your 4Runner right after you buy it. So if you don't know what that is, you might not want to miss the next episode. This is probably the most important episode on the entire Vikings garage history. If you don't do this to your 4Runner, you will regret it eventually.